Hi everybody. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we can substitute values into a formula using the order of operations. So we'll work through a few examples and then we'll try some exam style questions. And if you want to work along with me, you can download this PDF from my website. I'll leave a link below. So in example 1, we're told that we can use this rule to work out the total cost T in pounds for hiring a conference room for a given number of days D. So the T is the total cost and D is the number of days. We need to work out the total cost when the room is hired for 5 days. So we're going to substitute this 5 into our formula. So the total cost will be equal to 80, and this is 80 multiplied by D. So 80 times 5 plus the 60. And using the order of operations, we do the multiplication before we do the addition. So just to make this clearer, I'm going to put this into brackets. So the cost for 5 days will be 80 times 5, which is 400, plus the 60. So this will equal £460 for 5 days. Okay? For question B, now we're told that we've got 9 days. So this is where D will equal 9. So T will equal 80 multiplied by D, which we know is 9, plus the 60. And 80 times 9 is 720. So we've got 720 plus the 60. This will have a cost of £780. So do you want to work out the cost for 12 days? Okay, so for part C, we'll substitute the 12 into our formula. This will be 80 times D, which is 12, plus the 60. 80 times 12 is 960, plus the 60, and we get £1,020. How did you get on with that? And then for part B, Ethan hired the conference room and the total cost is £620. For how many days does Ethan hire the conference room? So now we're given T instead of D. So we'll substitute the 620 in place of T, and we get 620 will equal 80 times D plus the 60. So now we need to work out the number of days. So the way we can do this is we can make D the subject. That means we need to write D on its own. So we can take away the 60 from both sides. And then 60 take away itself will make 0. And 620 take away 60 will give us 560. And this is equal to the 80D. Then we'll divide both sides by the 80. And 560 divided by the 80 will give us a total of 7 days. Okay? So how did you get on with that? Let's try example 2. So in example 2, we're told that the formula V equals u plus at, and this is used to calculate the final velocity v of an object when the u term is the initial velocity, the a is the acceleration, and t equals time. So we use this formula to model motion to see how fast something is going at any particular time. A train is traveling with an initial velocity of 12 meters per second and the acceleration of 0.5 meters per second squared for 8 seconds. We need to calculate the velocity of the train after the 8 seconds. So to start this question, we need to identify which of the numbers would be our initial velocity, acceleration, and time. Which ones do you think these will be? Okay, so the initial velocity, this will be our u term. This will be 12. So u will equal 12 meters per second. And the acceleration will be the 0.5 meters per second squared. So A will equal 0.5. And then the time, this will be the 8 seconds. So we'll say that T is equal to 8. Then all we need to do is substitute each of these three values into this formula for the final velocity. So V will equal the U, which is 12, plus A, 0.5, multiplied by T, which is 8. And again, using the order of operations, we do the multiplication first. So the final velocity will be 12 plus a half of 8, which is 4. So this will give us 16 meters per second. Okay? How did you get on with that? Let's try example 3. So in example 3, we're given that in a gymnastics competition, 4 judges score each gymnast performance, and each judge can award between 1 to 5 points. The median score, M, given by the 4 judges is used in this formula. So M is the median of the 4 scores. And this is used to calculate the gymnast's final points, P. Emma receives the scores 2, 5, 3, and 5. Can you work out Emma's final points? Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to work out M. And we're told that M is the median score. So we need to find the median of these 4 values. So we get 2, 5, 3, and 5. These are the scores awarded by the judge. Then to find the median, we need to write them in order. So we've got 2, 3, 5, and 5. Now the median will be the one in the middle, and this will be at this point, which is between 3 and 5. So the median will be 4. So we'll say that M is equal to 4. So now we've got M, can you work out the final points that Emma scores using this formula? Okay, so we substitute this 4 in place of M. So our final points will be 8 lots of 4 plus 2. And 8 times 4 is 32. 32 plus 2, Emma would get 34 points. Okay? How did you get on with that? Let's try example 4. Okay, so here we've got questions without a context, but the formula is a little bit more complicated. So in example 4, we're given that T is equal to 12G minus 3H. And remember that the 12G would be 12 times G, the 3H would be 3 times H. We're told that G is 4 and H is 7. So we'll substitute these values into here. So T will be 12 lots of G. I'm going to put this into brackets, minus 3 lots of H, and H is given as 7. And again, using the order of operations, we do the multiplication before the subtraction. So T will be 48 minus 21. So T will equal 27. Okay? Do you want to try and work out the value of Y in example 5 when we're given that R is 8 and U is 9? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so Y will be 5 lots of R, and R is the 8, plus 3 multiplied by the U, and U is 9. 5 times 8 is 40. 3 times 9 is 27. And when we add these together, we get 67 is Y. Okay? So finally, do you want to try question 6? You can substitute in each of these values into a formula. Okay, so S would be U, and when U is given as 2, multiplied by T, which is 5, plus 1/2 of A, which is 10, multiplied by T squared, 5 squared. So using the order of operations, we can work out the 2 times 5, this will be 10, plus, we can work out 1/2 of 10, this will be 5, and then the 5 squared will be 25. Well, 5 times 5 is 125, and when you add this to 10, S will be 135. Okay? So how did you get on? Well, I hope that's given you a clearer idea on how we can substitute values into formulae. If you found that helpful, please like and subscribe, and you can download the full lesson and the PDF that accompanies this video from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link below.